Hey, what's up guys, this is again Showtime with MZ back with another video, and in today's one we'll be again reviewing the iOS 18 new features and changes. In the last part, if you haven't seen it, I reviewed all the UI and design changes, including the new redesigned control center or the app icons that can now be customized to become dark app icons or tinted app icons, and way more new features that are absolutely amazing with this new iOS 18. So if you haven't watched that video, of course, click the link right here in this top corner to watch it, and then come back and watch this part of the video where I will be actually reviewing all the applicational changes that come with the iOS 18, starting with the FaceTime, and these are all the apps that you can't see on this first page. I will be reviewing in this video, so make sure to click like, of course subscribe down below, and let's not waste time and let's begin. Okay, so let's start with the first application. It would be FaceTime, but actually I couldn't find any new features from the iOS 18 of the FaceTime, so let's start with the calendar application. And here we actually do have a bunch of cool new features and changes that come with this new iOS update. So first things first, we have completely new redesigned views for the calendar application. If we tap this button right over here in the top, then we have different options that we can choose from. So we have compact, as you can see right over here. We have stacked, which actually shows us what type of reminders, or actually what type of events we have on specific dates, and from which calendar, as you can see by different colors. Then we also have details, which actually not only show us the colors, but also what is this date or the event really about. And then we have the last one, which is a list. It is just a standard one that we had previously with iOS 18, not iOS 18 but iOS 17 as well. Now, one feature that is actually gone, and it is quite surprising, is that previously with the iOS 17, actually week numbers were written. As you can see, this is the 34th week, 35th week, but now with the iOS 18, that feature is actually gone. In fact, the different views for the calendar are not only for the month view, but actually for the day view. So as you can see, this is a specific date, and if we tap this button right over here, we can have single day, we can have multi-day, so it shows us 2 different days, and the last one is the list, so it shows us all the different types of reminders, or actually all the different types of events that we have for the upcoming couple of weeks. Another interesting update is that when we actually tap the plus icon, previously we only were able to add an event for the calendars application, but now we do have option to add reminders as well. So this is how it goes. You just type in the title for the reminder. Let's just make it reminder. If any notes are eligible, you do that as well. Then you set date, you set time with this clock, and then you choose how many times do you want it to be repeated, and then you add it to a list. And then you of course can also edit some details such as early reminder, tags, location, when messaging, flag priority, add image, and add URL. And these reminders will now appear not only in the reminders application, but also, for example, if you will tap the calendars, and then if you go all the way down here, you can see that in the other section we actually have scheduled reminders option, as you can see right over here. And basically you can turn on and off this feature, so that if you want them to appear in your calendar application, they will. If you don't, then you can turn it off. And with that new update, we also get the toggle option for show completed reminders. We can turn it on and off, and it will basically do exactly as it is written. It will just simply show what reminders have been completed and which reminders were not completed. And also a slight little detail that you might have noticed is that delegate calendars is now written in red instead of the standard black font that we had previously. So if we now go to the calendars and then we tap the add calendar button right over here, you can see that now instead of just being able to add a calendar, if we tap it, then we have actually different versions. So now we can actually make it a shared calendar, so you can add a person from your contacts list. And another feature that we have is that event alerts allow events on this calendar to display alerts, and you can turn it on and off. Now the next application on our list is the Photos application, and it actually has a bunch of cool new features that are added. And so once we get in there, we actually are greeted with a pop-up instantly, which tells us a couple of new things, such as all new design, find your photos and videos faster with automatic organization and a familiar grid layout. New collections, browse your library by recent days and your favorite groups of people, trips, and more. And fully customizable, organize the Photos app by reordering collections and pinning items for easy access. So let's tap continue, and here we are. We can actually see this new design that the Photos application has. So here are all the photos that we really have, and here are different types of the filters or the collections that we have, such as, for example, the recent days. We also have different people, we have paint collections, then memories, then we also have the trips, featured photos, and at the bottom of the screen we actually have all the different types of folders that we actually can browse. So we have videos, selfies, live photos, portrait, then we have panoramas, time-lapse, slow-mo, cinematic, burst screenshots, and screen recording. So these are all types of media that we can have, just like previously with the iOS 17. It just has a new look, but some things that are actually different is in the utilities section, because here we not only have hidden, recently deleted, and duplicates, but we actually have receipts. Then we have handwriting, so it will actually show us all the photos that include some handwriting. Then we have illustrations, as you can see right over here. Then we have QR codes, recently saved, the recently viewed, recently shared, documents, imports, and map. And actually, if we go all the way down, we can actually customize and reorder all these types of sections that we had previously. So this is how we actually reorder them, or we can actually turn some of them on and off if we don't want them to be seen. And we also have the reset button if we want it to be reset, as it comes with the factory defaults. Now, as far as this new redesigned album is concerned, if we actually get into it, here we actually have the ability, if we tap years, then we can tap the months and it will show us photos by month, or we can tap all and see all the photos. And actually the photos now can be reordered in a completely different way. If we tap it, here we have how we sort them: sort by recently added, sort by date captured, for example. Then we can also have these filters, so all items, favorites, edited photos, videos, screenshots. And then we also have the view options, and we can change them depending on our preference, such as zoom in, zoom out, aspect ratio, grid. Then we have screenshots and shared with you. Now, another thing that is new right in the screen is this search icon actually, and if we tap it, we are now able to search anything that we are interested in our photos in a more neat sort of way, because we had this feature previously, but it didn't look as good as it looks now. Furthermore, we now have my account right in here in the application, instead of actually having to go to the settings app, and here are all the different features that it brings with it. Also, if we tap select and then select a single picture, and then we tap on this 3-dot icon, we have two new options, which are play a slideshow and show in all photos. Now, if you go to a specific photo and if you want to edit it, previously you would remember that the edit option was right on the screen. Just as you can see right over here in the iOS 17, the edit was in the top corner of the screen. But nowadays it is in a completely different place. It is at the bottom of the screen and it has a new icon. So these three lines or toggles, as you can see right over here, this exactly is our edit button. And once we are already here in the editing section of the photo, if we tap on the 3 dots, it gives us actually far more options that we had previously with the iOS 17. So as you can see, we can copy edits, paste edits, save as duplicate. Then we can also change the appearance to system, dark, for example. As you can see, just this screen only, or light, or just system as it was previously. And then we also have the different extensions. So if we tap it, we can see what apps can be used to edit this specific photo. And also we have undo and redo buttons. Now, if we actually want to share a specific photo, if we tap on the share button and if we scroll all the way down right over here, you can actually see that we have now a new option which says copy iCloud link, and if you tap it, it will copy, if you of course have the storage. I currently don't have iCloud storage, but yeah, basically it will be a quite good new addition for the iOS 18. And right while we are here, actually, if you tap on this options button right over here, it allows you to actually change the way it is sent. So basically these three different options are actually new in here, which says send as. So when sending with messages only, automatic selects the best format based on file size or number of items being shared. Then you can also see the individual photo, or you can actually send it as an iCloud link. And by the way, the redesigned look is not only for this main album or the library, but also if you go, for example, in the pinned collections and you tap on the recently saved, this is how the albums look now. So we actually have an option to change from photos to movie, and it will bring us basically a movie of all the photos that are included in the specific album. Or actually we can sort them as previously we could with the filters, as well as with view options. And here is also another option to actually put it into grid or summary or all photos. So it will give us summary or all the photos that we have in the specific folder. Now, next application that we'll be reviewing of the iOS 18 is not actually camera or mail, because it seems that there are not really a lot of new features or new features at all. So the next application is the Notes app. Now in the Notes app, we do actually have a pop-up which says a couple of new things, which are audio transcripts. It means record and transcribe audio in your note. Then we have Maths in Note, which says type an expression into your note to have it solve automatically. Highlighting, highlight text to emphasize it with color, and collapsible sections. Collapse text under a header to simplify your note's appearance. So once you are in a specific note, if you tap on the three dots icon, we actually have now a new option for maths results. And if we tap it, we have three new options, which are insert results, suggest results, or just turn it off. Another new option that we have here is the recent notes, and it is actually an amazing way to change between apps quicker. So for example, I'm in this note, then I want to get here, then I go back to that note that I was previously in the test note. As you can see, it is now much easier to navigate through the Notes app. Now another new thing here is that if we actually highlight this text, so make it like this, and then if we tap on these two A buttons over here, we now have an option to highlight this text just like this. You can see right over here, and we can actually choose from these different colors. And now if we tap done, you can see that now this text is highlighted. Now previously with the iOS 17 here, we actually had a camera icon, but now here we have this attach icon, and here are all these functions that we had previously, such as choose photo or video, take photo or video, scan documents, and scan text. But here we also have two new options. First one is that we can attach a file from the Files application, but the second one is more interesting, and it is record audio. And now we can actually record this audio, so let's test it right now. Hello guys, this is a new YouTube video. And if we tap it, then we can actually tap this button and it will be transcribed. As you can see, hello guys, this is a new YouTube. Well, it didn't quite catch the video part, but we can tap the done button, and as you can see, this new recording will be right here with its initial transcript. Instead of going to this attachment folder right over here, you can actually just slightly tap the screen, and then here you can get here, and you will see that there is an option to actually attach a file as well. And lastly, in the iOS 18, one of the most requested, or actually most hyped features of the Notes application is that now we can actually use mathematics in this app as well. So for example, if we type an expression such as, for example, 2 plus 3, look what happens right there. It gives us an automatic response, and we can just simply use it, and we can just simply tap it, and then we will have automatically written that 2 plus 3 is 5. And this actually works for, of course, some harder calculations as well. But one thing that I find extremely helpful for students is that not only can you actually make calculations in this Notes application, but also you can insert the graphs. If we write here y equals to 2x plus 3, look what happens. Firstly, it highlights Y and X into two different yellow color things, so you can actually insert their values. But another thing that you might have noticed is that now we have an option to insert a graph. And if we tap it, just look how amazing this thing is. There is an actual graph of Y equals 2x plus 3 right over there, and we can recenter it, we can make some changes to it. So if we tap it, so you can just simply change the color of the line of this graph that we had, or for example, if you want to add or duplicate this graph, you can of course do that right like this in a different color. And another option is of course delete, and the 3 dots give us these options such as cut, copy, paste, duplicate, and delete. So next up on the list, we actually have the reminders application, where there are not really a lot of things, but we do get a pop-up. So here is this new pop-up. It says reminders are now in calendar, which we already discussed. Then subtasks in smart lists, view subtasks for a reminder while in your today scheduled or other smart lists. Then we also have recently deleted lists and lots more, such as try new shortcuts in the shortcut app, reorder selections or sections in your today list, and enable other languages for your shopping list in settings. So let's tap continue. So here we are in the reminders app. If we tap on today list and then if we tap on the 3 dots icon over here, we actually get a new option which says edit sections. So it means that we do actually get some ability to add sections and also edit them right like here, this. And as you can see, there are 3 different sections which are overdue, all day, and timed reminders. And you can rearrange them and reorder them as you wish. And also another feature is that, for example, if we go ahead and maybe just delete one of the reminders that I had right over here, it will now be appearing in the recently deleted album or the list. So right here, all the deleted reminders will be. Thank you guys very much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, just make sure to leave a like. Of course, subscribe down below so that you don't miss any future videos just like this, because I'm planning, of course, on reviewing these applications as well as settings. So there are a bunch of new things that will be coming in your way in the nearest future. So yeah, just make sure to click like, subscribe, and watch next videos. I'll see you guys there. Bye.